Good evening from America. I know it's the morning in Bangkok. Sawadee Cup.
Sawadee Krap. Good morning from Bangkok. How's it going?
Great. Nice to meet you guys, and thank you for joining us for a Lamborghini Club America video chat.
Thank you for having us, Andrew.
No problem. One of the most interesting parts of the Lamborghini ownership experience is meeting owners from around the world. So it's fun to hear about the Lamborghini experience and how it's different in different countries. So I hear it's pretty hot there. What's the weather like in the summer now? Is it the summertime or still the spring? What's the weather like?
Over here is the summer. I think it's in the verge of merging right now to the monsoon season, but still get pretty hot. I think it gets to around 36, right now to 36, 38 Celsius. So yeah, very humid as well.
So do you drive your Lamborghini year round, or is it only a seasonal thing where you drive it in the winter when it's cooler?
Luckily, we are able to drive it around like any time of the year, but mostly we enjoy to drive it, mostly in the evening.
Okay.
Or in the morning. Like we're both early risers, so we like to get up early. We've got the Spider, the Huracan Evo Spider. We take the roof down, and we go and find a breakfast, get some coffee. Yeah, so we like to do that morning or evening, so we can take we can go roofless.
That's perfect. I live in Michigan, which is a northern state in America, and unfortunately we have snow in the wintertime. So I only have 6 to 8 months of driving weather for my Lamborghini. So it's quite a bit different than the experience that you have there. What brought you to the Lamborghini brand, or what attracted you to Italian cars?
Because firstly, we've always been interested in supercars, right? So there are a few brands that are in Thailand right now. So let's just say there's about 3 top brands. So at that time, I think it was about 3-4 years ago, we still weren't sure like which brand we wanted to approach, which brand we wanted to try out. So we decided, and luckily we managed to be able to try all the cars of different brands just to see, what the differences are and how good at the driving they are. And then literally when we tried the Lambo, at that time, the Lamborghini Huracan we tried, I remember it was a gray one, gray coupe. Yeah, I just fell in love with it. Especially when we're driving it, when we are revving it, shifting up, shifting down, the crackles, everything about it, just like, just give us goosebumps, really. Yeah.
That's fantastic. So did you end up buying that car, or what was your first Lamborghini?
Yes, we ended up buying the car, but it was, we bought it about 2 or 3 years after the test drive, because at that time there was a few hiccups with the Lamborghini Thailand. And then when we managed to try it out again, I think it was about 2 years ago, when we got the Performante Spider being shipped to our house for us to try around before they're shipping it back to Italy, I think. And yeah, just fell in love with it. As I said, like the sound, the goosebumps that you get when you rev it, and then when you shift up and down, it just make us want go for this brand, for this actual Huracan straight away.
It's interesting that you say that, because Lamborghini owners in America say the same thing about their attraction to the Lamborghini brand. The performance, the sound, the way the car makes them feel.
That's true. That is true.
So the driving experience in Bangkok, do you drive in the city, or do you go outside of the city to enjoy the car? I know that in Bangkok, the traffic there is pretty heavy. So how do you get to experience the Lamborghini for, what it is and what it does with the heavy traffic conditions?
For experience, I mean, with the traffic chaos, I mean, it's pretty bad. So actually me and my wife, we are both like early risers. So we always, every Saturday and Sunday, we usually drive out in the morning just to get some coffee, some breakfast. So it's either we do it in the early morning weekends or later in the evening, because the one we got is the Huracan Evo, and it's a Spider. So we always go roof down. We always go roofless around. So, in the morning and in the evening, we usually get some good breeze. I mean, like, it's still pretty hot, but it isn't too bad. I mean, if you compare it to, daytime when it get up to about 36 Celsius, which is crazy. And then also in the winter time, I mean, winter time still it's not, it doesn't get that cold, but you still like get a nicer breeze. So we usually do that. And also we like to take it down to other provinces. I mean, like to the beach side. In the nearest to Bangkok is probably Pattaya and Hua Hin, if you know these two places. So with those ones, you can just zoom it down, pick up some speeds, have fun. So that's more like a leisure kind of getaway, like to pick up some speed, have some fun. But mostly, I mean, if it's in the evening, we just do it around Bangkok, go from place to place to nice restaurants, really.
Now, are you the one that does all the driving, or does your wife Ben ever drive the car?
Yeah, she drives. She drives quite a lot as well. I think we kind of share. I mean, like mostly I like to drive. Obviously, I like to drive because I personally I'm quite scared of the speed. So being in this passenger seats really like scares me. So I rather be in control of the cars and pick up the speed, do some turns and stuff. But we swap. I mean, yeah, we swapped.
So what are you saying about her driving if you're scared when she's in the driver's seat and you're in the passenger seat?
I would say insane. Insane. I mean, like she picked up the speed pretty fast. I mean, she likes to zigzag around all the roads. I mean, when the traffic is good. So yeah, pretty badass, I would say. I mean, that's why I tried. That's why I tried to keep the steering wheel with me rather than handing it to her.
So I guess her and Joy have a lot in common then.
Yeah, definitely.
We recently did a trip to Dubai last November, and we had Lamborghinis there that we drove, and Joy was driving a Urus, and she was one of the few people that got a ticket out of the entire group.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
yeah.
Joy is also a very fast driver.
Definitely.
So the driving experience there, what's the reaction you get from the public in driving in Asia or in Thailand? And the reason why I ask that question is, speaking to Lamborghini owners in different countries, it's quite a bit different how the public perceives the exotic car brands. In America, people are very positive, they're envious, they have nice things to say. Whereas in Europe, in some countries, some people, because of the society, I guess, they despise people with exotic cars. So what's it like in Asia? Is it a positive experience? Do people wave and say hi?
Over here, it's definitely positive. Everyone enjoying seeing, fast supercars buzzing around Bangkok. So yeah, everyone gets good vibes. People don't get, I guess it's different to, as you said, from Europe, where people get they envy, they get jealous and stuff. But over here, it's actually pretty good. I mean, like people enjoy seeing cars, hearing them. So when you're buzzing around the street, don't go over the speed limits. Obviously, there's always people taking photos of them, of the cars and stuff as well. Because recently, we were driving on the motorway. So and then we get those people, opening up the windows, taking photos, waving at us. So it's pretty positive vibes. As well as that, I mean, like with good shopping malls, like 4-star, 5-star shopping malls, there are parking spaces for these supercars as well. So it's actually really convenient for us to go around parking. I mean, it's not like, when we go somewhere in Thailand, obviously we have to plan plan where we want to go. Because of the little alleyways, in Bangkok, they're not just big roads, right? Not like, for example, we did that we drove around the States, with motorways, you get about 5 lanes, right? 4, 5, 6 lanes, and you get big roads. But over here with the motorways, you get, the max is about 3, 4 lanes. But then you get into sub roads. I'm not sure, in Thailand they call it soy. They're like very small alleyways.
Yeah,
and it will be really, it can get really difficult when you're driving, an Aventador or like a big supercars around the road. But mostly, yeah, you get really positive vibe in Thailand, definitely.
That's good to hear. So what's the ownership experience like with regard to other owners? Is there a strong community of Lamborghini owners there? I know that you guys have a Lamborghini Club Thailand. Are you members?
Yeah, we are members of the Lamborghini Club Thailand. And we've been the members since, I think it was about a year and a half ago since we bought our first Huracan.
Okay.
So yeah, the experience is very good because the community is really tight, and there's always events every month. This month they go to this restaurant, the exotic restaurant, and another month they have a cinema, cinema together. They have a road trip to other provinces. So literally like every month, and then sometimes you get a big gala dinner as well. Yeah, and all the restaurants that we go to, they're all pretty like exclusive. Like the restaurants that we went, I think it was last year, you need to book 2 years in advance. 2 years in advance.
2 years in advance for a restaurant?
Yeah. And then the guys over here, the LCT team they got it. They got us all booked up for a few days. So it's pretty exclusive being here.
Yeah, that's great to have that kind of access, through the Lamborghini community.
Yeah.
So what's your favorite part of the brand if you had to pick one or two things, about the ownership experience, about driving a Lamborghini? What really speaks to you? Is it, the Italian heritage in the design and the character of the car? Is it the performance, the social experience?
I would say everything. Like, starting from the designs to the drive, the noise it makes, the aggressive, how aggressive it looks, and definitely, apart from the cars itself, the brand. I mean, over here in Thailand, with the owners really look after us really well. It's very easy for us to communicate, and all the team, all the Lamborghini Thailand teams, they're really well look after us in terms of all the services, everything.
That's good to hear. I visited the new dealership there back in February, and I was absolutely amazed. I think that Lamborghini Bangkok is the nicest Lamborghini dealer I've ever been to. So you guys are very fortunate there. Yeah,
thank you. Very nice.
So Ben, how would you answer that same question? What do you like about the brand?
Actually, personally, I'm interested in all luxury brands. And yes, the Lamborghini has always been there for me when I think about supercar.
Yeah, so Ben, is Lamborghini your favorite supercar, or are there others that you like also?
No, the one in my heart is Lamborghini.
Good to hear. Good to hear. Have you guys owned any other Lamborghinis, or just the two Huracans?
First, let's just say we got the Huracan Spider, the white one, white with black rims and red calipers. That was about a year and a half ago. And since we've been on a trip, I think it was in January when we went on a trip, and basically most of the cars were Evos.
Okay.
Yeah, and we were in the normal Huracan.
Don't you tell him the truth?
Yeah. So the truth is that my wife was like, we can't be stuck at the back all the time, because of the performance. She luckily she blamed me on the performance, not my driving. So that was quite nice of her. So so we decided, okay, it might be a good idea for us to to change to Evo, so we can all be in kind of like the same performance level. So they can't tell us like, hey Johnny, you arrived last, because of your car you're driving. So we all want to be on the same level, I guess. So that's why she kind of convinced me and us both to change to this new the Evo Spider.
So I was going to ask what drove your purchasing decisions, and it sounds like it was Ben that makes the call on what you're going to be driving.
Yeah, I mean it's more like the discussion. I mean she liked luxury brand, of course. And she also when we managed, as I said, when I managed to try all the different supercar brands, I just said to her that I think Lambo is definitely right now is the number one in terms of everything, all the brands, the performance, and the looks. And she's quite easy. I mean, as long as it's a supercar brand, she's happy. And over here, we luckily managed to meet the owners. As I said, it's very easy to connect. And as I said, with the owner, the relationships that we have with him, and the relationship we have with the services and the employees, the team. I mean, it makes our decision a lot easier just to go into the Lamborghini brand.
Yeah, that makes
because actually when you buy something more than 20 millions, we think about how to taking care after that.
Yeah.
And this is special.
Yeah, we really cared about the after services as well, because there's a lot of places where you just buy cars for like a good price, but then it just ends there. And then, the after services is just not that great. I mean, like over here with this brand is perfect.
Yeah, you guys make a good point. You are very fortunate to have a good support system there. And unfortunately, with other brands in some areas, the support just isn't there. Like you said, you buy a car and that's the end of the relationship. Or, it's a transaction and not a relationship. So you mentioned something about the price. What are the prices like there in Thailand for buying a luxury car? In America, it's pretty simple. We have a gas guzzler tax and then your local state tax. But from what I understand in Thailand, there's a huge luxury tax. Can you tell me about that?
Yeah, I mean, the average price, I think, for the Lamborghini Huracan maybe lays around about 25 million bahts, like ups and down, depends on the options, I would say.
Okay.
But with the taxes, it's pretty heavy over here. I think it's about 300% tax. So, for example, for the car, one car you get over here, you can get 3 of them in the States.
Wow. So what's the approximate equivalent to US dollar for a price of a Huracan?
Ooh, the approximate. As I said, it would be one Huracan here for 3 Huracans in the States.
Okay.
It will be that. As I said, it's about 300%. If I'm correct, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, approximately. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So you buy the car and then you have a 300% tax to pay on top of that?
Yeah, something like that.
Do you get any kind of tax credit if you trade it in and buy another one, or do you pay that entire luxury tax again?
And as when we look at it, we look at it as a whole thing. So we don't really split in terms of that. All right, this is the price of a car. This is a tax that we have to pay. We just see it as the whole package. Like for example, 25 million baht for this car. So they don't split into for example, like 8 million baht for the car, and it will be 20 million bahts for the tax. So we see as the whole. So every time we buy or we sell it, we see as a whole the big figure number.
Interesting. Yeah, Americans have a completely different perspective on the purchasing experience. They're looking at the window sticker and then they're thinking about the taxes and the registration fees later. Are you going to be keeping this Huracan for a while, or are there other cars you're looking at in the near future?
Right now, we're pretty happy with the one we have, the Huracan Evo Spider.
Okay.
So we might have it for a while, I would say, maybe until the next model comes out. Because right now we're on the V10. So hopefully, if the business go well, of course, then we will look into the V12 in the future. But that's just the future. I mean, we gotta wait and see how everything is. But right now, I mean, like, we're really enjoying what we have right now, the V10.
Yeah, I don't want to talk you out of a V12, but the V10 with the traffic and everything else in your area, it's a perfect car to drive. A V12, they run hotter. It's a little bit more of a production and drive. It's wider. The visibility's less. It is the flagship model for the brand, but in a heavy traffic area, the Huracan really is the way to go.
All right. Thank you, Andrew.
So what's the culture like as far as keeping cars stock or doing a lot of aftermarket parts? I visited Japan about a year ago, and there was 2 completely separate cultures. There was a group of Lamborghini owners that keep everything original as it came from the factory. And then there's groups of owners that modify, their Lamborghinis to a high level, putting lights on it, chrome this, and stickers and wraps, and all kinds of different things. What's it like there in Bangkok?
I think in Thailand, most owners like to keep it the way they are. They don't like to tune it because because of when they buy the car, right? You get about 4 years or 6 years warranty. So as soon as you do something to it, for example, like you tune it, you change the wheels, you change the exhaust. But if you do it out, you don't do it with the official Lamborghini Thailand, then everything can void. And with the amounts that we pay for the cars and for what it is, we like to keep the warranty in case if there's any problem in the future. That's why I think most of the Thai customers, they like to keep it like the way they are, unless some people who want to take their car's performance to another level, and they don't mind, and they enjoy to keep the car rather than reselling it after 4 or 5 years. They would tune it, but they would definitely tune it after their warranty is finished. So mostly that's the way it is in Thailand. But when you were talking about wraps, the white one, as soon as we got it, I mean, the white one is pretty, let's say, elegant, right? When you're driving around, but it's not the exotic kind of color. So when we had it for a few months, then I decided to wrap it. Was it satin chrome pink with Tron lines? Okay. So we like to stand out. So we wanted to be to drive around and say, hey, this car is Johnny's, this car is Ben's. If you go with the standard colors, then you see it won't say much about who you are and what you are. So we like to do that. To be different, I guess.
You said the color was satin chrome pink?
Yes.
Wow, that sounds like an interesting color.
Yeah. So that was the only one in Thailand at that time.
Nice.
On the Lambo, yeah.
About 7 years ago, I had an orange Murcielago, and we did a charity event, and I wrapped the Murcielago in matte pink.
Nice.
So it stood out beyond anything else. I'll send you guys some pictures of what the car looked like. So in America, it's quite a bit different. We have 37 dealers in the USA, 5 in Canada. So we have a pretty good network of dealers here and a lot of owners. I know that in Thailand, you only have 1 dealer. And if I understand correctly, the new Bangkok dealer, you were the first customer. Is that true?
Yeah, that's true. We were the first customer with the Renazzo Motor in Bangkok. Okay. Yeah.
So how did that happen? You were just driving by and you saw the dealership?
No, actually at that time, the dealership wasn't open yet. It wasn't, I think it was kind of like 50% construction.
Okay.
But we were interested in the brand, right? So my wife I think she knew a friend who was friends with the owner. So we decided to give the owner the ring.
Okay.
And then basically he just said, okay, we ship the car, the Huracan Performante Spider, over to you in the afternoon so you can test it out before it needs to fly back to Italy the next day. So we were like, wow, that's pretty cool. The owner, shipping the car in front of our house so we can drive around our community, our village. So yeah, it was me and my son, Valentine. He was, at that time, I think he was about 4 years old. So he hopped into the car with me, roofless, drive around the house. And yeah, we just fell in love with it. So I think it was about a week after, we came into the office and just make a booking.
That's cool. That's a great experience. So what was your first touch point with the Lamborghini brand? When's the first time that you saw a Lamborghini?
I think when it was maybe 13, because I was lucky that my parents sent me over to UK.
Okay.
Yeah, to study, from high school to university. So at that time, when we had field trips, I think as I said, when I was about 13, 14, we had field trip into London. And you know how crazy London gets with supercars on the street, right? So you hear all the supercars revving. I think that time it was a Murcielago. It was just revving. I was like, oh, never seen one of this before. The noise, the look, the scissor door, the signature door. So that was the first time that, the brand really caught my eyes. So after that, I've just been following, all right, I have Murcielago SV, the Gallardo. So I've just been following. But at that time, I was still young. So it's just kind of like the dream at that time yet, But I guess right now, dream come true, I guess.
So if you could pick one Lamborghini model, what would be your favorite? Would it be one of the older models or one of the newer models? I know that in Thailand, there's not a lot of older models there.
In Thailand, the oldest model you get to see is probably the Dabbler, but
Okay.
I've never seen like the more vintage Lamborghini in Thailand yet. But if you ask me like my favorite, I would probably say the new one, the Lamborghini
Okay.
Sian. The Sian, basically just
Yeah.
like a mini spaceship, just an alien spaceship, parked there, it doesn't fly, but they can zoom from places to places with the engine and the hybrid technology. The looks just kills you,
Yeah, I agree. It is a leap forward for Lamborghini and for supercars in general. That car is absolutely amazing.
Yeah,
I wonder
definitely.
if there is there one coming to Thailand?
No, not that I heard of, but I'm not sure.
Okay.
We got to ask the team. Yeah, but not that I heard of.
Right. So with your Lamborghini experience, what's the most fun that you two have had in your car? A driving event or a luxury dining experience? What has made the best memories for you two with the Lamborghini experience?
So it was in January this year where we had an organized CSR trip from the Lamborghini Thailand, the LCT club. So yeah, it was organized for us it was about 15 of us, mostly Huracan Evo, driving from Bangkok to another province called Chanthaburi, which is about 3 hours-ish away from Bangkok. So yeah, once we got there, we did some donations to the hospital. So we donate a lot of money, a few millions, I think, if I don't remember correctly. So we donate some money and donated a lot of stuff to the schools. So it's just always good to give it back to the community, so everyone can, really enjoy their life and be convenient in everything.
Yeah, I agree. That's a very important part of the luxury car experience, and it's something that we do in America here too, where we encourage owners to make a direct donation to charity, different causes and things like that. One that we are drawing awareness to now is something called the CDC Foundation, which is working to benefit those in need during this COVID crisis. So we'll put a link to that in the text description of this video. So hopefully people can make a donation. Yeah, so if you guys don't mind the question, what's your daily life like? Do you work in Bangkok? Do you work in the area? What kind of business do you do?
We own a denim brand called BJ Jeans in Thailand.
Okay.
So we have it all sold at all the leading department stores, over 100 stores in Thailand. So we also do like OEMs as well. So we're basically like the jeans company, like Levi's, but Levi's of Thailand, BJ Jeans.
Okay.
Yeah. So mostly me and my wife, we do that. We go to the office every morning, but we also have kids. We have 3 kids. So like we sometimes swap, sending kids to school and picking them up. So yeah, so that's pretty much what our life like daily routine, sending kids to school or going into the office. Yeah, mostly just these 2 things.
Do your kids join you in the Lamborghini experience at all? Is it something that they are interested in?
Yes, definitely. Especially the oldest one, Valentine. He loves supercars. So every time he see cars like zooming down the streets, or even when I watch on YouTube channel, he knows all the brands. So all right, he knows what this car is, what brand this is. So yeah, he really enjoy knowing the cars, learning about the cars, and sitting on the passenger seats with me.
How old is he?
He is 6 years old.
Okay, so does he have one of those mini Lamborghinis that I see in the showroom there?
Yes, of course. He has the same one as that, but in red.
Did you guys hear the news from America from a week or 2 ago about the 6-year-old driving in a car here in America?
Yes, we heard that.
Yeah, that was all
Insane.
over the headlines. The police pulled him over and they asked where he was going, and he said he was driving to California to buy a Lamborghini.
Where was he? Where was he again?
That was in Utah,
Oh,
the state
Quite
of
a long
Utah.
way, right?
So, yeah, he had a long way to drive if that's where he was going.
wow.
So it's
Crazy.
pretty cool. A lot of local Lamborghini owners have since gone over there and given him a ride in a Lamborghini and shared the Lamborghini lifestyle with him.
That's great.
So with these videos, we don't get typically millions of views or anything like that. It's usually in the thousands or tens of thousands, but the viewers are all this luxury group. We have a very strong concentrated audience of exotic car owners. So this video goes out to people like us. So anything you'd like to share about, the Lamborghini experience in Thailand, what you like about the brand, anything at all?
I think it's all about the ownership, the friendship, and the community, how tight the community over here is. As I said, like before this crisis, this COVID crisis, there's always a meetup every month. It would be either be a trip, a driving trip, or like a dining trip. So we all get to know each other more and share some experience, even if it's driving, it's dining, work, kids, family, everything. So it's more of the family gathering, being tight, in sharing experience really. So yeah, over here in Thailand, I think it's very tight, definitely.
So I've been to Thailand twice. And I'd like to come join again for an event that you guys do. So you have to keep me in the loop with what's going on, and maybe I can bring over a couple of fellow Lamborghini owners. So
I would like to invite all the LCA members to Thailand. So, it would be great for us, for everyone in Thailand, the LCT, to be able to meet, the States Club or anywhere globally, to enjoy the trip, in Thailand, going from places to places and sharing lots of experience. I'm sure you have lots of great specs cars in the same, because you shipped over, and we can do some zooming around Bangkok or to another city, and yeah, hopefully do maybe some speeding, but take your license plates off. Yeah, then you'll be all right.
What are the police like there in Thailand? Are they pretty friendly to exotic car owners?
Honestly, there are two types of police.
Okay.
Yeah, some of them enjoy seeing supercars zooming around. They're happy, but sometimes they like to be, they want to stop you.
Okay.
Just because they want to get closer to you. They want to see the car closer. They want to talk about it. So, but mostly apart from that, I mean, the police they're not that bad. I mean, as long as you don't do something crazy, you don't speed, you have your license plates, you have all the documents with you, everything legal, then that's no problem at all. They're actually pretty nice.
That's cool. Yeah, a year ago, a bunch of us from America shipped our Lamborghinis over to Japan, and we did a concours event at the Nijo Castle, like a 2-day display of the cars where the public could come and check everything out. And then we did a multi-day drive around southern Japan, and it was a lot of fun. Very interesting seeing an American car there. We drive on the opposite side of the road as Japan, the same with you guys. And it was really something else. We took a black Countach there. And we talked to the police a couple times. They were very nice, but they were very technical. They were very interested to make sure the turn signals worked on the car, the headlights worked, the horn worked, things like that. But I think it was just an excuse, like you said, to check out the car and to talk a little bit.
True. That is true.
Yeah. But yeah, we should see what we can do to bring some cars over to Thailand. I think it would be a lot of fun. We did Japan, and it was an amazing experience to hang out with owners from another country and to share the driving experience on the road.
Yeah, definitely. So let us know when you come.
Sounds good.
Okay, Andrew.
So Johnny and Ben, have you made your trip to Italy yet to visit the factory?
Unfortunately, not yet. But
okay.
Hoping to wait for the invites from the Renazzo Motor. So we would love to to go and see how everything's made, how they assembled everything, all the special models over there.
So we've done a couple of trips that we've organized here in America. So you'll have to talk to Joy the next time we organize a trip with the Americans to go over to Italy to the factory. We'll extend the invitation to your group that are in Thailand, and you'll have to come join us.
That would be amazing, Andrew.
The Italian people are very nice and they are very welcoming and proud that people buy their product and that, you know, it's so celebrated by people around the world. So it's really a nice experience to visit the people of St. Agatha Bolognese.
That's great.
So you guys travel to California sometimes, you mentioned?
Yeah,
How
my wife has a house in the OC. So
Okay.
we usually fly there maybe once every 2 years. We try to go there once every year, but you know, we ended up like once every 2 years. So we go there, we arrive in LA, we go down to the OC where she has a house. Then we drove down to San Diego with the kids, you know, to check out all the attractions, Legoland, Disneyland, those kind of places. So yeah, we usually in the States for about 2 weeks, I think, about two weeks and a half. Yeah.
Have you attended a Lamborghini event in America yet?
No, not yet. So I'm just that's why I'm waiting for you, Andrew. You know.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Johnny. So take us. Next time I go, I'll let you know. How's that?
Perfect. Sometimes I
Maybe you can-
keep one of my Lamborghinis in Los Angeles,
Yeah.
so you're welcome to use it when you come and visit. Southern California is the center of exotic cars for America and probably the world. So
Wow.
it's perfect that you guys come there sometimes. You'll have to join us. There's a couple great dealers in Southern California.
That would be amazing. Thank you, Andrew.
Of course. So Johnny and Ben, the clothing company you mentioned, you have a jeans company. Is that a Thai-only company, or can you buy the product here in America?
Yeah, you can buy the product from, you know, you can get the product shipped from Thailand to America or anywhere in the world. So yeah, everything's on the
What's
website.
the website for your company?
So the website is www.bj-jeans.com.
Okay, cool. I'll have to check it out and place an order. Thank you.
Thank you.
Johnny and Ben, thank you again for joining us for this video call with the Lamborghini Club America. It's a great opportunity to be able to share the Lamborghini experience with owners from around the world. So I really appreciate it, and thank you for sharing your stories with us. I hope to meet you in America or the next time I visit Bangkok. Swadee Kap.
Thank you. สวัสดีครับ